Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Eau de Treasure. I'm Steven. I'm not doing a discontinued vintage rare fragrance in this video, but it is something interesting to me. I want to talk about this one. This is called Mercedes-Benz Sign, or The Sign. And since I got this because I tested it at the store like half a year ago, like 6-7 months ago. Thought it was interesting, and then I saw it pop up for sale online. Best Brands Perfume, shout out to Christian. He had just one of these in stock, and it was a tester. This is one that he was using in his videos just to promote this fragrance that he was selling on his website. He just had this last one available, the tester. You can see it, big letters right there. And I happened to log in at the right time. There it was for 20 bucks, and I picked it up. This thing is nearly full, little bubble there in the corner. And this is really good. And I'm going to spray it right now and tell you what I think about it. Now let's look at this bottle. It's kind of a cool looking bottle. It has the big logo, right in your face, Mercedes logo, whether you like it or not. I remember when I was growing up in the 80s, I'm an old man, so I was growing up in the 80s. There was a time in the mid to late 80s where people were breaking off the Mercedes logos off of cars and wearing them as necklaces. That's what I'm reminded of when I see this big logo. It says a sign on the top, and it's just kind of like a box-shaped bottle, and you spray it by pressing it. It's not really that easy to use. You kind of have to hold it like this and spray it that way. Here's the back. Take a look at the bottom. This is an eau de parfum concentration, batch code 3116 on this one. The perfumer is Oliver Cresp, who does most of the Mercedes-Benz fragrances. He's a great perfumer. I do like a lot of the stuff that he's made, and I do have other Mercedes-Benz fragrances that I like from him. I do have the Mercedes-Benz Club Black. It's still in the box. I've never smelled that in my life, but I've had it in my possession for a while, and I'm going to open that one and just do a video on that sometime in the near future. I'm smelling it right now, and this is really nice. It's really interesting. It's modern. This is considered like a warm, spicy fragrance. I'm not getting any spice from it, but it reminds me of a couple fragrances I'll tell you in a second. But first, how about the notes? The top notes, you have Guatemalan cardamom, violet leaf, and pink pepper. In the middle notes, you have orange blossom, lavender, and geranium. In the base notes, you have tonka bean, cashmere wood, and patchouli. Those are some really interesting notes. I mean, not just ordinary cardamom, but Guatemalan cardamom. And what this does remind me of is this one right here. This monster 200 ml bottle. I have a video of this that I recently put on the channel. This has some vibes of Ultramall. This is kind of like Ultramall with more cardamom, like a darker version of Ultramall. I'm not going to say that this is Invictus-esque, but there might be some flankers that this is similar to in the Invictus line. This hits a lot of notes that I like. It is modern. It's somewhat fresh. It's rich. It has that deep, that cardamom. I like the cardamom, the tonka bean I can sense in this. I think it might be a little bit too heavy to wear at work. You don't want to choke people out at work with a scent like this, just like you would with this. I don't know if you would want to overdose on Ultramall when you're at your job. But definitely at night, I would say even summertime, but preferably in the cooler or colder weather, this would be fantastic. Can't wait to wear this around in the fall and winter. And the performance is just kind of average to good. I would say it's 4 hours, maybe 5 hours. So I'll just give myself a lot of sprays. I mean, this thing was 20 bucks. Is that not a steal for 100 ml? It's not really rated that highly on Fragrantica. It's under a 4. It's like 3.95 or something like that. And people say the thumbs up, it smells like Jimmy Choo Man Intense. And I've smelled that one before. I find the Jimmy Choo Man line pretty good. The opening on those fragrances are fantastic. The original Jimmy Choo Man, the Jimmy Choo Man Ice, they're really nice, but the longevity, it's average to me. It's like 3 to 4 hours, and like I barely smell it anymore. And the Jimmy Choo Man Intense is basically Jimmy Choo Man with kind of like a mango or a fruity note. This doesn't really have a fruity note to me. I think that this is just a darker version of Ultramall. Test it out in the store yourself if you're lucky enough to find a tester bottle of this. But I think if this is like $30, even $35, it's a great deal. As this thing is drying down on my hand, It still smells wonderful. It's drying down to something just rich, modern, and what else can I say other than it's very interesting. And I think it would get you compliments because it doesn't really smell like anything else that's out there, unless you're in a place where people are wearing Ultramall or Invictus all the time. But I think this is a little bit darker and richer than those fragrances, so I don't think it's something that is boring to people. Very interesting modern fragrance from Mercedes-Benz. All right, that's all I have for this video, guys. Did you like the video? If you did, please give me a thumbs up and hit the like button down below. Really appreciate it. And why not subscribe if you haven't already? If you want to see more videos like this, more content like this. I usually cover discontinued, vintage, rare, interesting fragrances on this channel. And let me know down below, what is your favorite Mercedes-Benz fragrance? What do you think of this one, Sign, or the Sign, whatever it's called? And until the next video, take care.